Hello, students. This is Teacher Ken. Welcome to another intermediate level practice. On the last class, we were practicing the different modal auxiliaries and the word order of, person, modal, verb, and the rest. Now, we saw them all in affirmative. And for today's exercise, we're going to practice the negative forms and the contractions. Okay? First, let's go on our book to page, let's see, we are in page 125 of the PDF. That is page 112 of the book, English Sentence Structure. Remember that the book is available completely for free in all my social media and my YouTube channel. Also in the podcast descriptions. Now, let me just show you a little something. There you go. Perfect. Yes, that's the way. Okay. And let's just go ahead and take care of it for pronunciation and vocabulary. I am taking advantage of going live on TikTok, and if anyone has a question, go ahead and write it in the comments, and I am going to answer the questions during the recording of this podcast episode, okay? Only if these questions are regarding the exercise. I'm sorry, I had to scratch my face. In any case, repeat after me. Will not, won't. No, he won't. Cannot. Can't. No, he can't. Could not. Couldn't. No, he couldn't. May not. No, he may not. Might not. No, he might not. Should not. Shouldn't. No, he shouldn't. Must not. Mustn't. No, he mustn't. Okay, so before I go into the details here, anyone on TikTok, do you guys have any questions? I want you guys to note that in the case of may and might, we don't have a contraction for the negative form. I always insist on this, guys. Don't say mayn't and don't say mightn't. These are not correct, just in case. If you feel you have not heard them before, there's a reason for that. But in any case, if we have no more questions, let me go ahead and proceed with the statements that are right here in the middle. Repeat after me. Mr. Miller won't go to Chicago tomorrow. Paul can't speak French. You may not drive without a license. Paul might not go to George's house tonight. Children shouldn't play with matches. Children mustn't play with matches. I want to go ahead and give you guys a hand with the pronunciation of this contraction here. That must not, mustn't. There is a pronunciation of what we like to call the nasal T. It's actually very easy to pronounce. I don't know why people think it's complicated. When you are thinking about something, you normally make a sound that is similar to an M, but you let it sound out of your nose. And you go, mm, and that sound, but instead of putting the position inside of your mouth of an M, but an N as in Nancy, that is the nasal T sound. Well, the N before the T. So, must, it's must, it's basically a pause. So, some people actually just stop. They say mustn't. But there's just a small vibration right there. What I don't want you to do is to say mustn't. Okay, you're not supposed to open your mouth and make an explosive T with an E ending sound. That's not the way it's supposed to sound. People will understand you, but that is not the correct way. And we are trying to learn the correct way. Now, let's go to this exercise right here. Exercise 2 is on page 112 in the English Sentence Structure book, and it is also page 125 in the PDF that is available on all social media for free. Exercise 2, everything that is affirmative with George will be negative with Mary. Remember to use the contraction, unless you can't. George can go. Mary can't go. George should go. Mary shouldn't go. George may go out today. Mary may not go out today. George will go tomorrow. Mary won't go tomorrow. Repeat. George can play the piano. Mary can't play the piano. George might visit us. George might not visit us. George will go to Chicago Saturday. Mary won't go to Chicago Saturday. George might attend the concert. Mary might not attend the concert. George will write a letter tomorrow. Mary will write a letter tomorrow. Okay, you did Okay, did you follow my lead or did you repeat after me? Because I did not say it the correct way. When we talk about Mary, we go in negative. And then, the negative of will is won't. So let's do number 6 one more time. George will write a letter tomorrow. Mary won't write a letter tomorrow. Okay, let's continue. George can speak French. Mary can't speak French. George should eat fast. Mary shouldn't eat fast. George can swim very well. Mary can't swim very well. George will watch television tonight. Mary won't watch television tonight. George could read the sign. Mary couldn't read the sign. Okay? Remember, you can repeat this exercise as many times as you would like. Now, let's take a look at this small note here at the bottom. Okay? It says, negative statements containing have to and must. The following sentences have the same meaning. He has to go and he must go. They mean the same. But when we are using the negative, there is a big difference between doesn't have to and mustn't. When we say that he doesn't have to go, the negative is in regards to the obligation. He is not obligated to go. But when I say he mustn't go is saying that his obligation is not to go. I know it's a little confusing, but being contracted to the modal, it's still being negative on the action. I'm not sure if you follow 100%. Let's just make sure that when I say he doesn't have to go, you are saying that he does not have the obligation to go. And when you say he mustn't go, you are saying his obligation is to stay. His obligation is not to go. So they do mean very different things. I want to go ahead and take advantage of this moment and show you where you will be able to find in the same book all of the written exercises. This book is divided in 2 parts. It has the first half of the book, that is the official conversational practice exercise side, and then there is another side that is right here. Let me see. What lesson am I in? No, I'm in lesson 1. We want to go all the way to the same lesson of the book. It is called English Sentence Practices. So English Sentence Structure and English Sentence Practices by Cambridge University. They work together and they are aligned. We are going to the same lesson. We were doing lesson 11 right now, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is the exams, and lesson 11 right here. If you see, right here, we have not only vocabulary of the lesson, but also exercises that are for you to practice in written form. If here we were saying will plus go is I will go, then can plus play would be I can play, right? The idea is that you use this other side of the book to review the structure yourself. Do the written exercises, and after that, you can come to the end. At the very end of the book, we also have all of the answers. Now, let me just go ahead and show you a little faster. Right here. See? Here, okay. Here is the answer key. So we were in lesson 11, right? This is lesson 1. You just got to keep on going until we reach lesson 11. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are the ones for exercise 10, and here are the ones for exercise 11. So lesson 11, exercise 1, I can play. You see, it's right there. It's super visible for you. So here's what I want you guys to do when you are taking this course for free on your time. First, listen to this practice exercise, for this conversation exercise, for this repeat after me, and for this correct the structure exercises. Once you have done it the first 3 different ways, remember that you're going to listen to it the first time looking at the book for comprehension, then the second time looking at the book to execute the exercise, and then the third time without looking at the book to test your listening, your comprehension, and of course your speaking all at the same time. After you have done that, I want you to go to the written practices side of the book and do the exercises. They're not complicated, but do them in written form. This is your opportunity to practice on the correct spelling of the words. So make sure you do it right. Once you finish doing the exercise, you can come to these last pages and you can check if your answers were correct. If you happen to have any questions after that, please don't hesitate to leave a message right on the comments, okay? Last but not least, remember that English is easy. You just need to practice, all right? See you next class.